Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed is a spiritual crossing of the threshold to the world of being a truly expanded human being. Join mediums Cheryl and Kelley for conversations about discovering deep spirituality, developing your intuitive and empathic skills, and personal mediumship. Each episode will focus on tips, tools, and techniques to help you understand and expand your own inner gifts of life journey. Now, your host of Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, Kelley and Cheryl.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Seeing Beyond Living Transformed. We want to say hello to you today. Thank you for being with us. It is a fabulous Wednesday, and it's a great topic we're going to have today. But first, I want to say hello to my colleague. Hello, Kelley Eckhart. How are you today, Kelley?
I'm fantastic, and it's good to see you today, Cheryl. Thank you.
Oh, it's great to see you too. And wonderful things happening for both of us this year, and maybe for you as well. We do want to talk about our topic today. We're going to be talking about the law of attraction, or the secrets of the law of attraction, or what we can help you with if you have any questions around attracting or bringing in this philosophy into your life, or is it working for you or is it not working for you? So we'd love to hear from you. As you join us, please type in the comments section. You can always send us your questions at seeingbeyondradio.com. So Kelley, tell me about law of attraction. Like, how does it work for you?
Well, it's actually, I never really called it law of attraction growing up or anything. I mean, to me, it's very similar to manifesting, but it's that like attracts like. What you're putting out is what you're going to get back in. So be aware of your thoughts, of everything. It all kind of goes with mindfulness, manifesting, affirmations. I feel like they all tie in together, and it's all part of the law of attraction. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And, it is coincide with the universal laws. What goes around comes around, right?
Yes,
What you put out, you get it in return. So, you always want to try to be a good person and do good things for other people, and, just be a good person in the world. And that energy that you vibrate, you will attract back to you. And that's something, that Abraham Hicks talks about, is that we are what we vibrate, right? We are what we feel. We are what we put out into the world, right? Maybe not so much what you're thinking, but what you're feeling, what you're vibrating.
Yes.
Much stronger.
Isn't that what Einstein said? Like attracts like. Isn't that like a scientific thing too, as well?
Well, I know metaphysics is catching up. Is coinciding with the physical world. The study of physics is catching up, I meant to say, with metaphysics, and learning that what we've always been saying has actually been proven. And studies are showing that, the law of attraction and the frequency, even the power of prayer has been scientifically proven to demonstrate, right?
Well, even meditation has been proven to alter your brain chemistry and help heal. They've proven that. That's scientific.
Right. And so as we step into the law of attraction, there's been controversy over it, right? Because people, you may have read that too, Kelley, where people talk about, oh, what you're saying is all you have to do is think of good thoughts, and, you should have it. And, it's not just that. There's a lot more to it. There's more components about it. And there really is something that maybe we can share with other people today about how we bring in law of attraction into our lives.
I want to say, as a child, without even knowing any of this, I believe I did this in my life. We were very poor. I would just know, I would talk to the universe and be like, we need more money. My mom's having a hard time. And boom, somehow money just appeared or came into our lives. And I saw this as a small child, and I always would talk to the universe, and I would say, angels, I don't know, maybe angels are part of the law of attraction. I don't know. But it always seems to work out. And in my life, during difficult times, I always have this faith that I don't want to stress or worry about it, because it's not going to help me any. I always think when things are difficult, What do I need? And focus on that and how to attain that, rather than focusing on, I'm so far from that goal, or I can't make that goal, or that's never going to happen. I focus on, this is what I'm looking to create, and I want to be headed towards that goal somehow each moment of my life. Like I'm thinking, I'm always putting my direction in that goal.
I love it. And when people tell me what they want in life, they want to attract this, they want to attract that. One of the laws of the secret of the law of attraction is, you want to act as if you've already manifested it.
Yes.
Because I'll always share with people, if we say we want things and we want to be happy and we want to, live in Hawaii, for example, and we want to, then you will live in the vibration of wanting.
Yes.
Year from now, you will still be wanting, because of you are pulling in the more of the want, rather than I am, fully grateful for my life today. I am
Mm-hmm.
fully, already happy. A lot of people wait for happiness to come. Like, when I win the lottery, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be happy. Or when I get divorced, I'll be happy. That's either way you look at it. But it's like, no, you want to decide that you're going to be happy, first. Decide first.
It's interesting too. It's sort of like when my son died, like I had a choice. I
Uh-huh.
could sit and I could be sad and miserable and
Mm,
depressed the rest of my life, which is very easy to do when you lose a child.
right.
But I know that's not what like he wanted, and I made a conscious choice to be focused on living my life, focusing on being grateful for everything. And that's really what got me through and really manifesting what I wanted. And at the time, one of the things that helped me get through grief was helping other people. So I manifested, and I created this space or this environment to attract other parents who had lost children. And I'm pretty sure like I did probably 90% of my readings were mothers and fathers who lost a child. And that's what I wanted to work with. And that's what I got. And I thought it was kind of amazing that I attracted that with my
It's
thoughts, the law of attraction. I was putting that out to the universe.
I know for me, whenever I want to move, whenever I move, because I did move a lot. I moved to, Texas, Hawaii, Italy, Colorado. But anytime I needed to move, I'd always ask my angels, okay, angels, I need X dollars to help me make this move, right? Because it's not cheap to move, right? You have expenses. And I would always put it out there, well intentioned, because I feel that I think angels are maybe part of law of attraction. I think they're part of that support system.
I do.
Right, because I always did receive income, whether it was, extra work that month, or, people owed me, or, refunds, what have you. But I would always meet that quota of that dollar amount. And I
Mhm.
felt that, because I felt one reason that contributed to me getting that from my angels, is I was making the steps, I was taking the action steps, I was making the
Mhm.
forward momentum, right? Because the universe says, for every step that you take, the universe will take 10 on your behalf, right?
Yeah.
So taking just an action step, the smallest action step, will get out those wheels of attraction going for you, moving towards you.
And you were realistic. A lot of times people are like, well, I asked for $1 million and I didn't get it. Let's be realistic. The universe is going to provide what you need and what you're asking for and putting out there. I'd love $1 million too. And if I wanted to create that, I could, but it's not going to happen overnight and it's going to take a lot of work. And if I did the work, the universe is going to provide that, right?
Mhm.
That's how I believe. So it's not a one-way street. Again, it's like attracts like. So what are you putting out that's going to, you have to put out that energy, that momentum to create it, to have it come back at you.
That's right. That's right. You do. You have to also be the messenger, and be in that vibration the best you can,
Mhm.
of gratitude. I want to do take a moment in our program, Kelley, to say hello to some of our listeners
Yes.
that have joined us today. We have Keith. Hi, Keith. We see that Keith has written in. He says, I do the same thing. I ask the universe, and I always say thank you for what I have.
Yep.
So I love it. And then we want to say hi to Sherry. We want to say hi to B and to Peggy. Many of you joining us today. Hello, Stephanie.
Val and Courtney
Yeah.
And who else? Did we miss anybody? Peggy? Did we get Peggy? Hi, Peggy.
I think we got Peggy.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And if you just got on and you've never met us before, listen in. We're kind of fun, I think. And we talk about all kinds of fun stuff. And you never know, we might teach you something new.
So here's a challenge around the law of attraction. And I'm going to put it out to our viewers, and Kelley, I'll put this out to you. So is it okay to have negative thoughts too? I mean, we're human, right? Like, I mean,
Yes.
do you think that, I mean, because we can't be fake about who we are, right? Emotions is part of our makeup, right? So it's healthy even to understand how you're feeling around a situation. And
it happens. I mean, we're going to have good days and bad days. The thing about a negative thought, one of the things I've been doing for probably I'd say probably a good 10 years now, because this took me till I was in my 40s to learn, is that every time I have a negative thought, my first response in my mind is to flip that around to a positive thought. That includes worrying, because worrying is a negative thought. So whenever I say I'm worried about my child or I'm worried about this, it's like, I know my child's safe and I'm so proud that they're going to make good decisions or something. Like I do it in my mind and I'm very conscious of it. It took a while, a lot of practice, but I have to say it really has worked. I no longer have the anxiety that I used to have, or the just any of that. So I think that, negative thoughts are normal, especially if you grew up in a home where you had that kind of a home where they just weren't always positive. It's something that we can retrain our brains. We are never too old to learn or do things differently. And it wasn't that hard. It took me a good year of constantly reframing things in my mind and my thoughts to having it come second nature.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And it works.
It's very empowering what you're saying.
Yeah, it works.
I want to say another secret that we have, I think we're both in agreement on, is visualization as part of the law of attraction practice. Is you do want to visualize the success. You want to see yourself, in the success state that you want to move towards. For example, people who participate in the Olympics, we have the Olympics, right? The Winter Olympics, the Summer Olympics. These athletes really visualize themselves, achieving that goal, right? Or getting that score of 10, or getting that gold medal, or jumping over that high jump. That's part of their training, is the visualization process. And I think that for me, that is just a winner. It's just a win-win for me, because I'm very visual myself. I love color. Yes. And so if you can visualize, spend a few moments every day, or whenever you can, thinking about what you do want to achieve, maybe putting a picture up on a wall. This is where vision boards come in. But visualizing how you will feel when you receive that success that you're looking for, or that relationship, or the health and vitality that you're looking for and you're moving towards. Imagine yourself being well and being healthy. I know that my clients who come to me and ask me about remote healing, and they want to be healthier, or they want to send someone else energy for health and well-being. I want to say, surround them with white light or pink light, and also imagine them being healthy. Imagine them being vibrant and ready to go and on their feet and, full of life. I do this with my friends. I do it with my pets, when I'm not feeling great.
I do it with my children.
You do it with your children? Yeah. It's a great part which I think we should probably, I think it helps us in more ways than we can realize. It really do. I think visualizing is strong, really strong attribute.
It is. I'll tell you guys, because I love to tell stories. So I'll tell you a story is about sending energy and like healing to somebody. Since my son that passed, he would go through periods where he would get depressed as a child. And so I'm real big on the power of prayer as well, because I feel like that's sending positive energy out to the universe for everybody. And it does work. I believe it. And so I would always have like prayer groups praying for him. And I'm not very religious, but I knew a lot of my friends are, and a lot of them have prayer groups, and I'd put in requests at different churches around town. And it would be, once I started the prayer chain, I called it, would be in like 3 days, he was back to being happy and go lucky child again and no more sad or depressed. And when he was about 18, 19, he was living in Colorado and I was in California. And I was in a healing prayer circle, like what you do, Cheryl. And I asked everybody to send my son prayers, and they were sending him all this healing. And it was at nighttime, like a 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. class. And we started sending him healing about 8:30 towards the end of the class. And I started getting all these text messages. Mom, what are you doing to me? I feel it. I'm all warm and fuzzy. What's going on? And so he felt it all the way in Colorado. So it is pretty powerful. That to me is my science. That was like proof. Like, how would he know I was doing that? You know?
It's so true. It's so true. So, we just want to, kind of refresh everyone, your knowledge around law of attraction. It's not just uh, talk. I'll just say that. I mean, it's an actual energy exchange. If you even want to think about it if we're energy, if you're energy, I'm energy, Kelley is energy, we're magnets also, and we can attract. We have magnetism, so to speak. We're magnets. And if you're a magnet as well, think about you're a magnet and what do you want to attract to your life? And that's why your thoughts are so important, because you want to choose really good thoughts. You want to choose thoughts of gratitude, thoughts of love, thoughts of well-being, thoughts of calmness and peacefulness, Right.
What about, this too, Cheryl? Think about this, because people are like, well, I say this all the time. You can manifest something, but you also have to come up with things that you absolutely don't want and make that list and be like, be on the lookout for that and have like a boundary with that.
I agree, because really, I mean, look, this is how it is. You're manifesting either way, right?
Yeah.
You're manifesting either way. So maybe you want to participate more, be more aware and mindful of what you are attracting, right?
Yes.
Right.
I have this rule: when things aren't going the way I need in my business, or I'm attracting the wrong types of clients. For example, I want to attract clients that want, closure, that want healing, that want peace, that want to, hear from their loved ones, or if it's psychic, that want to grow and learn. And if I'm not getting those types of clients and I'm getting others that are more negative or more, not really wanting to hear what I have to say because they want somebody who's going to tell them, whatever they want to hear, then I look at like, what am I putting out that I'm attracting the wrong person? So I have to look at myself. Why am I attracting these types? Or even if it's like friendships, even, you have to look at like, what are you putting out into the universe? That's because it's like attracts like. So I am attracting them. I look at my website. I look at, my wording. I look at my emails. I reframe everything and start to look at it with another eye. Like, hey, I need to change the way I'm approaching people because I'm not doing it right. Clearly, that's how one of the things I like to do when I talk about, focusing on the positive, but also there's things that come up that aren't always positive. And you can say, oh, I'm setting a boundary. I'm on the wrong track. I've got to reframe things and readjust. Right.
I love
Does that
it.
make sense?
It does. It does make
Okay.
sense.
I know, like just went in this big circle in my head.
So we just want to share with everyone. We want to welcome anyone that's new, that's joining us right now. We're on our program, Seeing Beyond Living Transformed. I'm with Kelley Eckhart. We're talking about the law of attraction, or the secrets of the law of attraction, helping you if you're ever feeling stuck, or maybe this is a refresh for you. Maybe you are hearing this for the first time, or you're really delving into it with us for the first time. We would love your comments. We'd love you to send us your questions to questions@seeingbeyondradio.com. And we love all of you for joining and being with us today. And once again, it is about being positive, but Kelley mentioned it's also about being realistic about what you do want to manifest in your life. So I agree with that. It's about what do you want to manifest in your life. And I just want to add that, so much of our day, we don't think about this sometimes, or we wake up and we're already distracted, or we wake up and we're already, running out the front door because we're running late for something. And we don't, a lot of us are not spending the time or the effort or the energy to manifest what we want and move towards that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
I, you know,
agree.
I just want to say I manifested a trip to India, and I had
Me
India.
too.
Yeah, Kelly too. I had that picture on my vision board several years ago. I had a beautiful black and white of the Taj Mahal, black and white photograph from National Geographic magazine. It was an ad, like "Come to India," and I took that beautiful glossy image, put it on my vision board, smack dab in the middle, and I really just couldn't wait. I knew it was going to happen. And that was also the mentality, is I knew it was going to happen, right? I just wanted it to happen, more and more and more. And it finally did happen. It didn't happen the first day I put the picture on the vision board. No, it definitely took a couple of years to work its way into my life. And I want to say that it couldn't have been better timing too, because the reason I ended up going to India was to help donate money to an animal wildlife organization. It's called Wildlife SOS, where they save elephants and tigers and bears
Mm-hmm.
and all the animals. Uh, so my money went to a wonderful nonprofit organization. So just a shout out to Wildlife SOS. We love you and
Yes.
think about you all the time. So I mean, even so, you see how wonderful it manifested, not only for me, but for this organization that was able to benefit as well.
That's awesome. I manifested India really at the age of 10,
Yeah.
but didn't go till 2017. Yeah. But it's so interesting how it happened. I had always wanted to go travel, and India was on one of my travel lists since I was a child, because in fourth grade, I went to school and it had a strong Indian culture, and all of the mothers from the Indian children came to school to teach us all about their culture and try their foods. And we had like cultural awareness like days and stuff. And then we learned the dances with the bells that you put on your ankles, and we did a whole Christmas play with it. And I was fascinated and loved the culture and loved looking at the books and National Geographic and encyclopedias or whatever as a kid, and said to myself, one day I'm going to go to India. But of course, you're a child, and I never really put that much energy into it until there was an India trip that came up about 2016, and it was going to be in 2017. They started advertising it, and I wanted to go, but then RJ passed, and then I kind of put it all aside. And well, a year later, it came about where I was able to go. Somebody canceled their trip, and they had one opening, and it was in May, Mother's Day weekend, a year after RJ passed. And I had been wanting to go so bad, and I was saying, I wish the universe would just provide a way for me to go this year. I really wanted to go on this particular trip with all these people. I don't know why. It was just important to me, though. And it happened. I got to do it.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's the law of attraction. Is if for those of you that are on the call with us listening to how we're feeling, I mean, both of us really want to add that ingredient into attracting for law of attraction, is you want to feel the experience of how exciting it is to uh, achieve that goal, or what it would be like for you to travel to India, for example, or any destination. But you want to put that feeling of already experiencing it. You're already excited about it. If you're trying to attract a new car, for example, you can, put the picture up in front of you, or visualize it, or, look at it, study it, but also feel the excitement and the authenticity of you actually owning this vehicle, sitting in the driver's seat, what it would feel like to have that with you. So these are tools that Kelly and I are sharing with you. Some of them are well known, some of them are new. So we just want to share anything we know about law of attraction, because we too want you to feel empowered and feel that you also can attract anything that your heart's desire.
Yes. And I love that. Um, you know, have you ever read the book, The Four Agreements?
I have,
I
by
mean,
Ruiz, Don Miguel Ruiz.
yeah, I used to have it in the crystal store. I never read the whole book, but I used to just read little parts of it. But I like the four agreements, like be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Um, don't make assumptions and always do your best. Because I feel like they kind of go along with the law of attraction, with manifesting, with all of that. Don't you think?
I do, I do, and even in Buddhism, they talk about the noble truths. You know, they talk about this similarity of, yeah, be a good person, right? Do the right thing, right?
Because then you're going to attract those back at you. Like
Right.
my husband likes to always give money away. Not a lot, but like if we have it, we give it away, right?
Mm.
And he always says it just comes back at me tenfold. And it does.
I love it. And people go, well, Kelley and Cheryl, how can I create that in my life? You know, how can I get that working for me like what your husband does, you know?
Yeah.
And so what Kelly's husband does is he donates, right? He's donating to organizations or
Well, no, to people.
to
He's
people.
always giving to anybody he sees on the street that needs money.
Yeah.
He's always giving them $20, $100, whatever it is he has in his pocket. He just gives it away. Employees, we give them, like if they ask for a loan, we usually just give it to them. And he feels, because sometimes I get on him, I'm like, you're way too generous, like don't forget us. And he always says, no, I want to be this way, because it has always come back to me in
Oh,
life.
that's lovely. And
Yeah.
so my suggestions are also similar to that. Mine are about it can be monetary, it can be donating clothes, it can be donating books to, to
Time.
charities, to donating time, volunteering. These are other ways to participate in this energy of, uh, you know, um, cause and effect, so to speak, or giving and receiving, these natural laws of the universe, these karmic laws, for example. It's very good to, you may even spend money as, if you want, you can take a friend to lunch, someone that's not expecting it, and just
Mhm.
start giving money, just start giving money, putting it out there, circulating money, because some people will hold on to money very tightly, right? It's
Mhm.
almost like closing off that airway. You want to,
For more to come.
yeah, you want to participate in the
Mhm.
exchange, the energy exchange of spending money, receiving money, and be grateful for both. A lot of us, when we receive money, we really maybe need to take an extra minute here and be grateful for it.
Yeah.
Be grateful for the change that the cashier gives you at the grocery store. Even though it's a few dollars or cents, someone's handing you a
Mhm.
monetary energy. You want to be grateful for that. Wayne Dyer uses the wonderful example. Every time he found a penny on the sidewalk, he would pick it up and thank the universe for bringing him financial gain, for bringing him
Yes.
monetary gain, that he is on his way, that he is moving in that energy stream. So just know that it's always about practicing giving energy, money energy, and receiving money energy, and being grateful for it,
Could be a
knowing that you'll
smile
share it.
too.
Yeah, it'll make you smile, knowing what you're going to do with it to help
Mhm.
others, to pay your bills, to do the things you want to do. Yeah.
I had another thought, but it's like fleeting. It's already gone. But but everything's an exchange. You give a smile, you're going to get a smile back, right? And you're going to make somebody's day. Um, you know, I think it's sometimes really important that we are more mindful and aware of like the present moment, because a lot of times we just walk through life really not focused on what's happening or all of the beauty that is around us. We're focused on the things that are annoying us. I'm guilty of this. And, if we just take that time to really be like, oh my gosh, the sun's out, or it's raining and we're going to have beautiful green, everything's going to be green and we're going to have more water, like just like always be aware. Like I like to complain sometimes. So I always catch myself and try to turn it into something more positive. It's better for us. I think it's better for our health. It's better for our perspective on life, and makes, I think, us focus on more things that are like we're wanting to attain, if that makes sense.
It does. Anytime I find myself complaining, I always look for a solution after that. You know,
That's what my husband's favorite saying is. I don't want to hear complaints. I want solutions.
how can I make it better?
Yeah.
How can we?
What can we do to fix it or change it or make it the way we want? Or how can we deal with how it is? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have so many people on our call today. We appreciate all of you being here. I know a lot of them. Keith is saying he's read the book. The Law of Attraction, probably The Secret. It's also the movie that's out there. They've made many movies since, and
Yes.
there's a lot of information out there. And it is also about, as we said, it's about thinking too, thinking that you're well. Like an example, so your thoughts matter too. For example, when when we get a cold or we get the flu, what do we think immediately is, I want to get better. I want to be
Mhm.
healthy. I want to move that direction. So then you start, adding vitamin C, to your routine. You start eating soup or drinking more fluids. You head in that direction of wellness. And that's really what's happening, is your body is listening to your thoughts, right? So even if you're not feeling great, you want to start telling yourself, hey, maybe I don't feel great now, but I'm definitely moving that direction. You want to it's like programming. Kelley, you mentioned reframing. It is a
Yeah.
little bit like you want to step into the energy of the direction you want to move. How's that?
Yes.
Makes sense? Yeah.
I love that. And speaking of like all of this, Cheryl, didn't you want to share about an event you have coming up? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
now's a great time.
yeah, thank you. I'd love to share a couple of events, and Kelley and I do want to talk to you about that. I don't have a link, Kelley, because I can't type in my comment section.
I
Um,
can type it in for you. I'll go to your website. Is it on
I
your
can
website?
I can tell you, it's Circle of Love, January.eventbrite.com. But everyone, I have a small group reading event coming up, really in just a couple of days. It's this Friday, January 20th. I'd love to see you there. I'm only taking a maximum of 8 people because it's one of my small group events, and I love doing those. I do them monthly. But please join me. There are a couple of seats left. It's an online event. The link to that event is circleoflovejanuary.eventbrite.com. I'd love to see you there. It's a 2-hour event. It starts this Friday, January 20th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And what I'll do is everyone gets a reading. That's how it works. Everyone in this small group will get a reading. And if there's time left, we'll go around again and give another round of readings, whether it's psychic or a mediumship. But thank you so much for posting it. I wasn't able to
Oh,
have.
did Brianna post it?
Oh, thank you, Brianna. Yeah, I'm not able to work the controls today.
Yeah, I'm a little slow. I was trying to get it right now.
Thank you.
So if she posted it, that's fantastic. Thank you, Brianna.
Yeah, I just love
Yes,
those
yeah.
events. That's coming up this week. And then another event, just around the corner that both me and Kelley want to share with you is our 4 Earth Angel event.
And we're going to have all the 4 Earth Angels on our show next week.
Oh my God.
So we might go a little longer than an hour. We'll see, because we'll all be talking.
Full house. It's going to be full.
Yeah, it'll be fun though. It'll be a fun show. So that's exciting. And Brianna, oh, thank you. Look at that. And here's the link for the 4 Earth Angels. We have a 3-hour event happening at the end of this month.
Yep, January 28th on a
Thank
Saturday.
you. It's, I think, 2 to 5. Is that right?
It is 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. And it's a great event because it's not just mediumship. There's going to be healing. There's going to be prayers. We're going to talk about chakras and ways to really cleanse our own chakras. Is that right, Cheryl? Did I get that correctly?
Balancing, increasing.
Balancing. Thank you. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yes. All kinds of things that you can do and tips and tricks from 4 different perspectives, because we're all unique and individual. So we're going to have Kimberly Meredith, as she has written the book, The Healing Trilogy. No.
Awakening to the Fifth
Awakening
Dimension.
to the Fifth Dimension. Thank you. I'm having issues with the words coming out of my brain lately, so help me out, Cheryl. They've been coming out wrong. I mean, I went to say like open the door and I said open the taco. So yeah, things are coming out wrong. Okay.
There we go.
And then there's going to be Cheryl and myself, and then Kat Divine as well. So a lot of fun, and we're excited about that. We love working with all the ladies, and we call ourselves the 4 Earth Angels. We're not really angels, but it's a fun name. I like it.
It's going to be a beautiful workshop. We're going to be spending the majority of the time on this workshop doing mediumship readings. So
Yeah.
you'll have 4 mediums, whether we're doing psychic or mediumship or health intuitive questions. We'll do animal communication. So we are doing a lot of time with mediumship readings. So if you feel that you want to come, you're going to learn about chakras, as Kelley said. I mean, it's a real beautiful energy that the 4 of us create when we're together, and we love working together. We've worked together over a year now.
This is, I think, our 8th or 9th event.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we do these online. So far we haven't been in public yet with all that's happening, and plus we are in different parts of the country, but we are doing this one online. So please join us. It's really just a wealth of information, a lot more than what we can cover here in
Yeah.
this short time. Yeah.
And can I talk about something, Cheryl, real quick?
Thanks, Kelley.
So I just put together a trip to Egypt. If anybody's interested, go to my website and check it out. It's going to be for November 11/11.
Hey,
We're leaving 11/11 and we come back 11/22. It's a 12-day, 11-night trip.
God.
Super excited. I feel that it's an affordable price at $49.99. But it's everything all inclusive basically, except for your flight there and a few things. But you can find out more about it on my website. And I'm excited to bring a group of people there and go and explore and see some amazing, places in Egypt that I've always dreamed of going, also on my bucket list. So check it out. I just wanted to share that.
It's great that you're leaving. You're leaving on 11/11. I mean, we had our show on numerology, right?
Yeah.
You're coming back on 11/22, a master number. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty. You're pretty dialed in there, Kelley, with this.
I picked those numbers.
Yeah, I believe you did. I believe.
Originally it was going from November to December, and I moved it to 11/11, and yeah. And
And
you
you're
know what? I didn't realize I did it at first until after the fact. So I feel like that was kind of a sign from the universe.
and when you book your flight, you're probably going to book flight 420 because your son, who's passed, gives you 420 as numbers. I bet you're going to see
Right?
a lot of numbers, Kelley.
Oh, for sure, for sure. There's going to be some amazing there's like a private tour of King Tut's and chamber,
Mhm.
and stuff like that, 2-hour private tour. So I'm really excited. There's like a river cruise on the Nile River
Wow.
and we're just going to see some amazing sights. I packed in a lot in this 11-day or 12-day trip.
And you will have your own tour guide, is that right? Who will be
Yes, we have an Egyptologist
Oh, my.
who speaks fluent English, and I've met him. I think he's our tour guide, but he's very nice. We've had a couple Zoom meetings, and he speaks very well. He's easy to understand and very smart.
Mm.
So he will teach us everything I always wanted to know, and you're going to find out about if you come.
Well, I would just tell you and everyone to bring an extra suitcase because I know you're going to be bringing back a lot of,
Yes,
souvenirs.
there will be shopping. That is incorporated on the trip. Each little area we go to,
That's
there's some
great.
shopping. Yeah.
That's great. Oh, well, thank you. I mean, that's just a great experience for anyone, Kelley. Thank you
I'm
for offering
super
that.
excited. Here's the link if anybody's interested. It's my website /Egypt. So check it out for sure. And these links aren't showing up for everybody because she's on Facebook. So I have to put them on here, I think, huh? I forgot about that. So all the people on YouTube can't see them.
Okay.
So if you're on YouTube and you want any of these links, let me know and I'll copy them. Okay. But I try to put them up here so you guys can see too. So why don't we answer some questions, some psychic questions for everybody? Anybody who's got a psychic question, post it in the comments. Or if you have a question about the law of attraction or anything we've talked about today, please post it in the comments and we're going to do our best to answer as many as we can. So yeah, go ahead and start posting away, everybody.
I do want to say, and we can check our emails for, check our phone for email questions. I do want to say affirmations play a big role in law of attraction too.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
I think affirmations are still not yet getting the respect that they deserve. I almost want to, have someone do a science study on affirmations because
Right?
words are power.
They
Words
are.
are power. And the word love is, infinite love is an amazing vibration. And when you can love yourself and put it out into the world and, declare that, you're stepping into your power, that you are the universe, right? You
Hmm.
are the universe. Everything that is out there is in here within us,
Yes.
right?
It's
We
all
have
part of us. Yeah.
planets,
We're all connected.
we're all connected. And once you realize the brilliant light that you are inside, you really do start seeing that it is possible that you can have that higher frequency of vibration of, as Kelley mentioned, being in the moment, being in your mindful, being in the present moment. Because when you're in the present moment and you're not in the future or the past, because that's when we worry and we're not sure. But when you're in the present moment and you're grateful for the day, for what you have already, you've already won, right? You are already on your way to manifesting.
So here's a great question from Brenda. Are there specific affirmations a person can use to help with grief? There are. I mean, here's one that I really like. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, but I will feel better soon. That's a great one. I think it's okay to just be sad and go with it and know that that's okay and not feel guilty. Also, I don't know if that's an affirmation, but I tell myself that a lot when I'm sad because we have to experience these emotions. We can't shut them down.
Mhm. Experiencing grief is and loss, it is a very sacred space that the universe holds for you during this time of your growth, as a spiritual being having a human experience. I mean, it's devastating, and there is no timeline, and there's no manual for it. We all go through grief in our own way at our own time. And it is about being easy on yourself or being easy about yourself. I loved Kelly said about acknowledging where you are. Yeah, today I'm not feeling that great, and
Hmm.
I still love and accept myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times we have guilt for, feeling grief. And why should we have guilt? And then we worry about upsetting people around us when we're grieving. And I know this because this is what I went through sometimes. I didn't want to upset my son or my husband. But then I thought to myself, you know what? It's a human experience. And how is my child ever going to learn how to grieve if I'm not showing him how to grieve? So it's actually healthy for them to see you cry and hug them. It's healthy to talk about your pain and accept it, acknowledge it, and then, choose to, like, now you get to choose like how you're going to deal with it. Maybe you just kind of are going to feel it for a couple days, or maybe you choose to kind of take it in for a little longer. As long as you're being, kind to yourself, I think it's healthy. So my favorite one is, it's like it's okay to not be okay.
And no matter what's happening, you're holding space for yourself, and no
Mhm.
matter how I feel. No matter how I feel, I'm holding light for myself.
Yeah.
I'm holding myself in prayer.
Yeah.
I circle myself with the light, of God's light or Christ's light or
Mhm.
love, even the white light. But yes, absolutely. We certainly support you, Brenda. And it's such a great question. You really helped a lot of people out by asking that question. And
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Yes. So Maria here says, do you feel anything around my profession? Thanks, ladies. So do you want to take this first or you want me to go? I don't care.
I do feel a change happening around you, Marie, I want to say, and I feel like change is good. It feels like something happening that is taking up on a big scale, is what I'm hearing. Like you're stepping up into the right direction. I feel like you're taking on new leads or new clients in this way. It does feel like doors are opening for you. So I want to say keep looking ahead. And yeah, because it's almost like there are some people that you might leave behind, let's just say. but you do step into a higher vibration and frequency. Like you've been asking for this, is what I'm hearing as well. Kelley?
I feel more responsibility, a big shift in your job title or job description. So it almost feels like this is more leadership, maybe even your own business eventually, or you're leading up to that. So I do feel like you've been really manifesting some changes, and you've been wanting to create a different type of environment, it feels like, for work. And you are kind of, it's happening, is what I feel like. You're, all of your work that you've been putting out in the universe is happening now. It's all paying off and it's starting to happen. So let us know in the comments if any of that resonates. Thank you. Keith Fletcher says, so I see numbers around me all the time. Me too. Is that the universe talking to me and trying to tell me, or tell, I think you put tell me, right?
So when you said me too, I wanted to say me 333. So funny.
I believe it is the universe talking to you, and the fact that you're aware and seeing these patterns is amazing. And that tells me that you have, a strong connection. Okay. So that's my belief. Yes, they are trying to tell you things. And we talked about it last week. There's websites you can go and you can Google the numbers, look up their spiritual meaning, numerology meaning. My favorite one is Joanne's Sacred Scribes, is all you have to Google and find that one. It's the best one, I think. And 333, he said he sees that. Okay. That's funny. And then Maria said, thank you both. Yes, that feels so wonderful and spot on. Oh, thank you, Marie, sorry. And go ahead, Cheryl, if you wanted to tune into Keith's question. That was just my opinion.
Yeah, I love
what I feel.
Yeah, and Keith, it feels that your curiosity around this topic matter is grown or increased. It feels like 2023 is a pretty great year for you. I mean, not to mention, there's always going to be ups and downs for all of us, and times where we have to be patient and really practice that mindfulness. But I do feel that you're stepping in, and you're stepping in with both feet. It's something about you committing to immersing yourself more into this practice of spirituality. So I'm really happy to have you here with us today, and grateful for your question.
Yes, me too. I was trying to copy that so I could post it for everybody, but I don't know how to do that. So that's okay. So I just put it up here if anybody wants the website for numbers. I don't see any emails today, Cheryl. So
Okay.
I checked that.
Thank you. I was looking and I couldn't.
Yeah. So anybody have any more questions? If not, we'll just keep talking about other things with the law of attraction. But if you have a psychic question that you would like answered, please post in the comments. And next week we might do a couple mediumship readings with the ladies.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it'll be kind of fun. I think you guys can kind of get a little idea of what we're all about together as a group and see how fun we are. Next step for me, where'd it go? Next step for me, from Sandy Grant. I feel like you're I'm gonna let you take that one, Cheryl, because I'm not sure if I'm feeling this right, but it almost feels like Sandy's kind of doing a 180 and going in a whole new direction this year, but I'm not sure if that's correct. It's sort of like up in the air feeling.
Yeah.
Like it's not set yet.
Yeah. So Sandy, if you want to, you can type in a little bit more of a question, like rephrase that question and type it in, but we'll tell you what we're getting around your energy right now. So look, I don't know if the past year was a great year for you, just to tell you. I mean, I could maybe say that about a lot of people, but I'm working with your energy right now. It just feels like last year, there was some upsetting moments there for you. You wish things had gone a different way, like maybe you tried and things didn't work out on your path. And so, or maybe you hit a wall. Sometimes we hit a wall and we don't know what to do, because there is a little bit of a stuck feeling around your energy. And I want to say that was 2022 energy. But when I move forward with your energy, I feel like somehow you've made a determination in your mind that that, you're not going to let this stop you. You're kind of a hero in some ways. I don't know if people would call you that or have called you that, but the person that gets up after kind of being knocked down, that's you, Sandy. Like, what do they say? 7 times down, 8 times up, that type of feeling. Like, you have somehow decided to let love in your life, like, no matter what, and that will serve you, many years to come. Yeah, it was a huge, huge loss. Sorry, and brutal, right? So that's what I have for you, Sandy. I'm feeling positive about your next steps. My suggestion for you would be, don't rush it. Don't
Mhm.
rush it. Be patient. Be kind. Find enjoyment in the little things, and let those little steps, because you're talking about steps. Let those little steps take you to something that's wonderful, right?
I do feel this is a year of you really taking care of you and
Mm,
putting yourself first. And that's where I feel like in the past, it's always been you taking care of everybody, Sandy. So this is kind of your year. And again, I agree with everything Cheryl says. And I do feel like it's a 180 for you. Like you just went this big loop de loop of like emotions and change and recreating yourself in a sense. And I think it's all positive. So I think you're headed down the right track this year. And the fact that you say you're afraid to let love back in, you're not you're not going to be afraid. It's going to happen and it's going to be beautiful. That's what I feel. Okay? And you're going to be good. So you want me to post another question? Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Sandy. There's a couple of them now we have. Uh, so Courtney Lopez says, "What can I look for this year?" And then she put this: work, family, friends wise. So she's looking for what do we see this year? And I just want to say right off the bat, right off the bat or back, what it bat? Telling you my words are coming out wrong. I don't know what's going on with my brain. I'm getting concerned. I need vitamins. Um, it's like it's been some
water.
funny conversations at my house, let me just tell you. So right off the bat, Courtney, I feel like you're kicking butt this year. Like you are taking charge. You are going to be like this is with work. You're going to either take on new roles, make more money, or start your own business. Like you're taking the lead. Oh, I'll try those. Thank you, Courtney. Rainbow vitamins on Amazon. I'll try whatever. I'm already
Rainbow
taking
light.
vitamins, but they're not working for my memory. That's all I'm going to say. Um, and when it comes to friends, I feel like this is the year you weed out. You're getting rid of the people that really aren't um they're more takers and not givers. Like it's not an equal exchange of a friendship. So I do feel like you're kind of moving up, moving on up, like that TV show, right?
Yep.
And you're leaving behind the people that don't really serve you and that aren't like you're not like letting go of them forever, but you're just in different places and they don't match with your energy anymore. So I feel like that's what's kind of happening for you. And when it comes to family, I'm not gonna tune into not your family per se, but like your like mom, your dad, your siblings. So I don't know if you're talking about your children and stuff, but I do feel like when it comes to your immediate family, that's where I want to go. I feel like you're setting boundaries, something you haven't done and you needed to do with your immediate family, like your parents and your siblings and so on. I feel like there's been too much of you just accepting behavior that you shouldn't, and you're done with it. And it's a good thing. And once you start to set these boundaries, you have a better relationship with everybody. Not that it's bad, but it gets better. That's what I'm going to say. Your stuff's like you're wide open too. You're very intuitive. I can feel that. Like because your stuff, I'm just like pull this out of the universe. Like it's just right there. I feel like I've got a book in front of me all about you. So I think that's a good thing. Follow your intuition and your gut. Can you did you want to tune in, Cheryl?
I do. And she said she sings it all the time, that song.
Yes. I'm moving on up. Yeah.
It's the Jeffersons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to say, Courtney, that your energy, it's like a hula hoop. If you think of a hula hoop, it's a circle, right? So you're a meter and a greeter. You connect people. You include everyone into your conversations, and you're a networker too. So you must have, 3 or 4 different huge social events or engagements or circle of friends that you connect and you join and people together. And what I'm hearing though is you cannot carry, even though you're a beautiful human being, you cannot carry everybody's problems on this beautiful silver platter that you do carry around with you, because you do carry a lot of responsibility, or you try to take you try to help people and you're an empath, so you probably absorb that energy too. And yes, it is about moving on and finding new friends, or finding you find not that your friends are
Right.
bad. It's about you will be attracting more friends that vibrate more equally to your higher
Yes.
vibration. How's that? The
Like
old
mine.
friends might still be there. You'll still be friendly with them, though you'll work with them in certain ways. But your energy, where you spend most of your time, will be either by yourself, with your partners, with your family, but with this new energy of friends, because you are. Um, You've been working for this, is what I'm hearing. You've been walking up that hill, you've been going for it. And sometimes our friends do change, but it's nothing bad. It means we have more. It's like another circle of friends entering
Mhm.
that you will certainly resonate with.
Like attracts like. You're
Yeah,
raising your vibration and you're attracting higher vibration people,
yeah, yeah.
you know? So you were right with the friends. Yeah, I felt that right off the bat when I tuned into Friends, and Cheryl felt it too. So I think, that's great. New meanings.
New meanings. I love it.
Yeah. So we have other questions here. So let's see. Um,
You're welcome, Courtney.
yeah, thank you. So John here says, and I love his picture. He says, "Hi, ladies. Every night before I go to sleep, I say what I want to manifest out loud for the universe to hear. Is anyone listening to me?" Well, you've got to say it, believe it, and envision it. So they're going to listen to you when you're really believing it yourself. I say you say to the universe, but remember, we're all part of the universe. We're connected. So if you're going to say it, you also got to believe it and envision it, right, Cheryl?
Right, and I know what you mean, John. I know what you mean, because sometimes we work so hard on manifesting and then it doesn't happen, and we're like, "Darn, what's happening? Why are we not doing, are we doing it right? Are we doing it wrong? Like, why isn't this happening?" And then
Mhm.
we go into that spiral of why isn't it happening now? And that, I do want to say, that's earth time, because
Mhm.
you're asking for something to be brought into the physical for you, a new partner, relationship, a job, career path. Um, and it is about divine timing, and what I want to tell you is, you deserve it. You're worthy of it. I know you're already grateful for it, because I know we've spoken to you before, and you're such a lovely,
Mhm.
compassionate, sentient being that I am sure that it's almost as if um, the skies are dividing to let that beautiful soul into your life, or whatever it is else you want to manifest. So I want to say that I love your practice of saying it before you go to bed. I would want to take it another step further, John, and I don't know if you write it down. Kelly and I are thinking the same thing. Are you writing it down? Because that's also bringing it into manifesting
Yes.
into physical form, or putting a picture up, or
Mhm.
writing down how you would feel about this, after like, I've already received this, this thing I want to manifest, or this person I want to manifest. How does that feel? Are you on top of the world? Are
Mhm.
how does that feel? And already be in that energy.
Yes. Yes, I love that, Cheryl. Very good. And writing is a great idea. One more question, and then we're probably going to head out here. But will my business be successful? Robin Wong. He hasn't been writing, but he will.
Yay.
Yes. So, Robin, will your business be successful? Well, I feel like it is going to be successful, but I also feel like not in the timing. Like you have to be patient. It's happening. You're creating it, and it will happen. And don't give up. That's what I want to hear, because I do feel like sometimes you can be a little bit impatient with yourself, and you have to remember it takes time, and it's going to take some work, but it is happening. I also feel like good things are coming to your business. So don't be so hard on yourself, and don't worry too much. I feel like the term worrying happens a lot with you overthink everything too much. And sometimes that can slow you down. Yeah, but you're going to be great. That's what I hear. What about you, Cheryl?
I agree with what Kelley says. And Robin, if I can add, it feels like either was there ever a partnership that you're in, or you're in a partnership now? Because I honestly, I feel like you do very well solo. So just to add that to you, like you're kind of a one of a kind, frequency vibration
Mhm.
feeling, and that's humming along fine. I would say, as Kelley mentioned, don't worry about, don't sweat the small stuff. If things break, or, schedules change or get delayed, what have you, that doesn't mean that the business isn't growing. A lot
Yeah.
of us think because we take the day off that we're not really doing anything to make our business grow. But
Mhm.
actually, if you can have more fun in your life, if you can enjoy it, take the day off, because that's freeing up the energy to
Mhm.
allow, the beautiful energy to come in and help your business grow just the way it needs to. So it is about finding time for yourself, and creating a beautiful balance in your life, work, play, sleep, rest,
Yes.
eating, family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, things be grateful for every step along the way, Robin, and let go of the impatience, and know that it's happening in the right timing, and that you're doing all the right things. Because I know you're on the right path, but you have a hard time sometimes seeing the small little steps that are happening, and you want those big steps. But if you take a whole year and you look at everything that happened over a year, it's a big step. But each day was little steps, so you're not seeing them, is what I feel like. So you're going to be successful. It's all going to pay off. And I like what Cheryl said about taking some time. Sometimes I used to do accounting, and sometimes you just get so overwhelmed with what you're looking at, the spreadsheet or whatever, that you just have to get up and walk away. And I think that we have to do that in our own work too. Like, even if it's not numbers, it could be sometimes we just need to walk away and regroup, and all of a sudden now fresh new ideas come, more motivation, we're excited again. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to have that balance. It's very important.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Thank you.
it's been a great show, Kelley. It's been a great
Yeah.
show today. And for everyone, the law of attraction is really something to either review, look at it again, watch this show again, sit with what you really want, and be clear about how you can create that in your life is through realizing that you've already created it in your life, and be grateful for it. It's just finding its way to you, right?
Yes. Beautiful. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. I feel like I'm going to say Happy New Year every day. So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. We'll be back next week on Seeing Beyond Living Transformed. It's a special show with the Four Earth Angels. Please join us. And until we see you, namaste and have a beautiful week.
The truth is here and now on WLTKDB Talk Radio at WLTKDB.com.